guys, it's your host Lacey West and welcome back to Voice for the Voiceless. I'm so glad you guys are sitting here with me today. I first off wanted to start by thanking everybody who has subscribed to my channel, and if you're new here, please subscribe because you're gonna want to stay. I'm here to help you just become your highest self and be a bad bitch. I mean, is that a 2-for-1 combo? Okay, so I really wanted to talk about when you're on the come up, the devil's going to knock at your motherfucking door, bitch. Like, what I mean by that is like, okay, of course, when you're on a high, there's always gonna be a low. So I'm gonna give you an example of that because I've been like, the month of March was like really like weird. I just kept going in like roller coaster waves of just being on a high and then coming back down, then being up and then coming back down. And I think that I was putting a label on the high because I just felt so good. It was abnormal to me. Like, it wasn't a feeling that I'm used to feeling. So it just felt super good and I didn't want to let that go, to the point where I was even doing like tarot card readings, like doing rituals, like shit like that, because you know I'm a little witchy witch. But you know, I was doing things like that because I was already feeling like, oh my god, what can I do to keep this high going? And it just kept saying, dude, you're not on a high, this is a lifestyle change. So there's going to be fluctuations with what you're going through, of course, because you're changing into somebody you've never been. I kind of was preparing for the come down of how I was feeling, trying to be as prepared as I could for those, because I know, like I've told you guys before, I've shared with you, I feel emotions very vividly. Like, it's just like it overcomes myself, and I'm really trying to get better at that. Hashtag emotional sobriety. It's like, was I ever really an empath, or did I just not know how to control my emotions? Like, that's the question you gotta ask yourself, you feel me? So, you know, I've been just kind of trying to prepare for the come down because I know myself, I'm trying to prepare. And so when that come down did happen, baby, there was no getting out of it. Like, I was doing all the things that I needed to do, picking up the phone, calling a friend, like going on walks, being with nature, things like that. And it's like, you gotta allow yourself to be in that rut, like we talked about, like even when being on your period. Like, there's just so many different things that can trigger you to go back to the way you used to react to old things, or, you know, being depressed or dealing with your mental health and things like that. I want to heal myself spiritually, and that's what I'm on a mission to do, and that comes with suffering. But I appreciate my willingness to go after that because that's something I know that I'm already going to accomplish. It's already accomplished. Hashtag manifestation. We'll get into the manifestation a little bit later because, baby, I got some tea for y'all. But back to the devil knocking at your door. Like, of course, when you're on a high, I mean, like when you're on the come up, there's always going to be trials, tribulations, whatever the fuck you want to call it, coming at your, knocking at the door. Like, deadass, I'm gonna keep using the analogy because that's all I can do, because that's what it felt like. It felt like they were knocking at my motherfucking door like, hey bitch, I'm gonna test your ass right now. And it's not so much as a pass the test or fail the test, it's just learning experiences. Like, this is all a journey. And once you realize that, you could take the pressure off of yourself, because one thing about me, like, I felt like I had the world on my shoulders, but one thing you need to realize is you're not a superhero. You are human. There is no way in fucking hell that you're fucking carrying all that weight on your back without fucking wanting to rip your hair out. Like, as for me, that's what I wanted to do. Like, it just felt, it didn't feel like I was living. It felt like I was just under pressure. But you know how diamonds are made, bitch, with pressure. So I don't even need to, you know, everything was meant to be how it was supposed to be. So I've gone through some spiritual experiences this past week that really uplifted me and got me back into that high I was on before. I learned some things that I can take with me. I am continuing to be on this journey. I can have these tools with me in my pocket to, you know what, I can combat these thoughts with facts, you know what I mean? Because again, fear is an illusion. Y'all know what my acronym for fear is: false evidence appearing real. Okay, we brought faith into the last episode where it was fear ain't in this house. Now let me tell you when I learned for hope, because hope is one thing that, you know, like I'm such a black and white type of bitch. Like, it's either gonna go this way or that way. Like, there's no gray area. But hope is that gray area for me. That's what I feel like that is. It's like, it's all gonna work out. Nothing is so horrible. Like, if you think about every single thing that you've been through and you made it out of that shit, what can't you make it through, bro? Like, you're stronger than you think. Like, we tend to think about all the shit that went wrong or just overthinking the absolute worst. But like I said before, we can overthink the positive. We can remind ourselves that we've been through shit and God brought us out of that. Your higher power brought you out of that. Like, sometimes we need to admit that we're powerless over the circumstances that we surround ourselves with or that we are in, and something bigger than us needs to come in and be there with us. It's okay to give that to your higher power. It's not, because I always felt like, oh, if I'm giving it to him, then like I'm what am I doing? Well, I feel like that was just my ego. Y'all gonna hate me with the acronyms because I'm gonna keep throwing them. An acronym for ego is edging God out. That's exactly what you're doing when you think you're fucking running shit. When you're on, oh, I can control this, I'm gonna manipulate my life to go exactly the way it wants to. Like, where's God in that? That's what you have to ask yourself. Like, I even caught myself today, like, being very egotistical in a little part of my morning this morning, and I literally had to be like, whoa, don't be edging God out here. Like, we're not doing that. So that was one thing I learned. But going back to the hope, it's always good to have hope, and hope stands for hold on. Pain ends. It's all going to end. Nothing is permanent, and that's what I want to keep saying to you guys until it gets in your head, because it's taken so long for me to understand that nothing is permanent. When I think to myself, even a month ago, I'm not the same as a month ago. I'm not even the same as yesterday. Like, nothing is permanent. Stop taking it so serious. I have a problem taking everything so fucking serious. Like, to the point where someone cuts me off in traffic, and I think that was actually targeted towards me. We don't know what the person that just cut you off is even going through. You feel me? Like, you literally have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. And I feel like it's really funny that the world try to make all these like little slogans and shit. Like, so like you're such a loser. Like, why are you talking like that? Like, that sounds so stupid. But there are literal reminders to bring, like, ground you and bring you back to reality. Your reality. You're in control of your own reality. Again, God lives within you. You can do anything you desire. Like, do I need to write you another prescription, bitch? Get to it. Get to the drawing board. It's go time. It's the year of the fucking horse, bitch. We're in spring now. It's like, I feel like everything is blooming because, yeah, I'm going to say these last 3 months going on 4 has been clearing the way for new shit to enter. Because when you like see like things are getting taken away from you, or things are breaking down, or things aren't the way they are, people are getting removed, you have to realize the universe, your higher power, they are clearing out room so you can bring in the shit that actually means some shit to you, the shit that you actually desire, the things that you actually want, the things that your soul knows that you need to fulfill your purpose on this earth. Because again, we are all here for a purpose. And I want you to tell me, what is your purpose on this earth? What do you think your purpose is? Leave it in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking. I feel like the question is, when you are going through something, where is God in that? I'm going through a spirituality thing. So like, I bring up things about Jesus and God and things like that, but that's because I come from a Catholic background. So I obviously did not dismiss all of that. I do hold that stuff dearly to my heart. But I am exploring my spirituality, whether that comes to the universe, angels, crystals, all of that kind of stuff. And it's okay to do that. I'm allowing myself to do that. So like, when you hear me talking about Jesus and stuff, take it as you will. I'm not trying to shove a certain religion down your throat. I'm just using it as an example. So I was watching the show Chosen. If you haven't watched the show Chosen, it's basically the Bible, just visually. It's just showing the story of Jesus. So I hit a certain episode the other day that was when Simon and all the disciples were in a boat in the storm. For context, my middle name is Simone, which doesn't only come from my aunt's middle name that I got. In Catholicism, your middle name or your name is supposed to have something to do with either a saint, a prophet, disciple, whatever, something in the Bible, right? So mine is Simon. That's what it correlates to. So that's going to be important for this little story. So I was watching The Chosen, and it came to the scene where they were in the boat and they were in the middle of the storm. And if you're not familiar with the story, Jesus sent them out. I forgot where they were supposed to go, but they were kind of like, you're going to send us out in the storm? Like, where are you going? And he's like, I got to go take care of some business. Okay, just trust me. You guys can go. You guys are going to be good. So they get in the boat and they're going. The storm is wild. Like, shout out to the director, because the graphics, everything was just chef's kiss. So they're in the boat. It's going wild, and it's like a canoe type shit. Like, it's real small. Obviously it's not a canoe, y'all, but you know what I mean. So they're going, and all of a sudden Simon's like looking out in the distance, and he sees a figure that's standing on the water. And then everyone, like, he's like, look, and then everyone in the boat is just like whoa, what is that? That's a ghost. Everyone like starts freaking out, and then Simon keeps looking. He's like, no, go closer. That's Jesus. And then Jesus starts calling out. So mind you, they're in a storm. They're in a little boat. Jesus is standing on the water, I want to say probably 30 feet away. Simon is screaming at Jesus from that far, and he was just like, why would you leave us? Why would you abandon us? Like, he is just so frustrated. He's been frustrated with Jesus the past couple of episodes because he just feels abandoned. And I could really relate to that. Coincidentally, Simone, just being stubborn, like feeling like I'm not being heard, I'm not being listened to, like Jesus is ignoring me, like being in my self-pity, whatever. So going back to the story, he's like saying that to Jesus, and Jesus was just like, I hear you, like keep talking to me, like whatever. So then Simon goes, you know what, like if you are the Messiah, basically command me to walk on this water and come to you, do that for me, right? So Jesus questions him and he goes, do you have faith in me? Simon goes, faith was never the problem. I have faith in you. Command me to walk on this water. Jesus asks again, do you have faith in me? Simon says yes. He said, okay, come on the water, walk to me. So as Simon is walking on this water, he starts Jesus keeps saying, focus on me, focus on me. Simon is looking at the waves around him. They're clashing. There's thunder. There's a storm. He is in the storm. He is in the storm physically. So Simon's walking in the storm towards Jesus. He's looking at everything around him. He starts freaking out. He's like, am I gonna make it type shit? Like Jesus keeps saying, focus on me. Simon keeps looking at the storm, eventually drops. He because he was paying attention to the storm. He wasn't focusing on Jesus. So I feel like Jesus let him, like, I don't want to say let him drown for a little bit, but he was under for at least like 10 seconds. So then all of a sudden you see Jesus's hand go through the water. Simon grabs it. Jesus picks him up, holds him. Simon is just crying. I'm so sorry, Jesus. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Then Jesus says, as he has him in his arms, oh, ye of little faith, why would you doubt me? And not in a way that's condescending, but just kind of like a father figure type shit. Like, just like, bro, why would you doubt me? You know I got you. I told you to keep your eyes on me. Why would you not keep your eyes on me? You focused on the storm around you. Keep your focus on me. I got you. I never abandoned you. Because one thing, Jesus, God, whoever you want to worship, whatever, they don't walk away from you. You walk away from them. You know what I mean? They've always been there. Like, and if you like me, you a little stubborn. It takes you a little bit to understand that, but it's just like, you know what I mean? So like, I felt like that story really, really, really resonated with me, especially because it was literally the prophet slash disciple. I'm not sure which one to call him, but it was the character, like the person my middle name is named after, you know what I mean? So it just really hit, and I watched it at a time where I was kind of in that funk, like, you know what I mean? But I feel like my higher power put that right in front of me to be like, come on now, girl, what you talking about? So like for me, Jesus is my best friend, okay? Jesus is there for me through it thick and thin. So I just had to kind of share that because I felt like that was just like an inspiring story to realize whatever you do, call your higher power or whatever, just focus on them, trust in them, believe in them, because it's the faith of a mustard seed in any fucking religion you choose that's gonna get you to where you need to be with your higher power. Build that trust. I can't tell you guys how fucking relieving it is to actually build trust with my higher power now, because before, when I had my punishing God, I thought he wanted the worst for me. Turns out he actually wants the best for me, and once I've come to accept that, everything is turning the fuck around slowly but surely, bitch. It's a slow burn, but bitch, I can't wait till that shit to the flow. What? Another thing that is a part of that story is just like Jesus, when he is holding Simon, he kind of says like, you are going to go through things, hard things, but in the end, it's all going to be worth it because you're going to get everything that you fucking desire, truly desire, down to the core. I'm not talking materialistic. I'm talking about love, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It is promised to you. Thank him in advance. Thank them in advance. Thank the universe in advance because you are getting that shit. You just need to do the action. You need to take care of your feet because your feet are going to take you to the places that are going to get you to that fucking high that you need to be at with your higher power, bro. The trust, the locked inness of you and your higher power, bro, think of it like that. Like, you're literally unstoppable. You have someone behind you that's guarding you at all times. Like, what it was, and I also like, when it comes to that, I'm just like, I feel like that's the universe, whatever you want to call it, testing you. Are you going to still believe in me? Are you still worth, I mean, like, do you still truly believe that you are worthy of everything that you value and desire? Like, it's testing you over and over again. The worst shit that's possibly ever happened to you, and you're still standing. Remember that. So it's just like, snap out of the spiritual amnesia, wake the fuck up, remember how many times your higher power got you out of whatever the fuck you were going through. Okay, it's go time, bitch. And like, that's kind of a flex because when I think about it, I'm like, wait, God believes in me that much that he putting me through shit just to be like, yeah, she ain't going nowhere. That's my daughter. Like, yes, I truly am. And once I've accepted that I'm worthy of having a father, because if you guys don't know background on that, like I didn't really grow up with my father, and then he passed away when I did get a chance to try to meet him. I'll discuss that in another episode, but like I said, I've just never felt worthy of having that father. So it's just like, oh, this whole time I've had a father. He's been not punishing, he's been disciplining me when he can, rewarding me when he can. Like, he is there for me. And you just have to pay attention to the signs. I don't know how your higher power communicates with you, but maybe drop that in the comments too. How does your higher power speak to you? Because my higher power speaks to me through people. Now, let me tell you a little story about that, okay? Now, I went to a little camping thing this past weekend, and I met someone, and he reminded me of someone who passed away that I was really, really close with. So it was funny, like, we got to have a conversation. And I was just talking to him about, you know, I was in a state of fear, a mindset of fear. And I was like, how do you overcome that? Can you tell me? Like, especially like with older people, it's just their wisdom. I want more knowledge. I want all the knowledge I can absorb. I was like, please tell me, please tell me. Now, not only the fact that he looked and had the same name as this person I was really close to that passed away, the message he gave me, listen to this. So as I'm telling him, I'm like in this mindset of fear. I don't know what to do. Can you give me some advice? He looks in my eyes. He says, Lacey, do you believe that God talks to you through people? I said, yes, because that's literally how I get messages. Okay. He then goes to say, Lacey, God is madly in love with you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You guys. One, was that not only confirmation for me? Two, I'm just like, bro, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. You could feel like absolute shit about yourself. God's not going anywhere. You are his child. He's not letting you go. There's nothing you could possibly do to ever piss him off to the point where he's gonna be like, I'm done with him. I'm done. Why would he ever do that? He wants the best for you. Get it through your fucking head. You are going to prosper. You're gonna have an amazing, abundant life. Get used to it. I also wanted to talk about, like, if you are going through back-to-back things, because I've been through that season of my life where it just seems like it's back-to-back-to-back. You also have to think about, why is the enemy attacking you so much? Why? Like, literally step back and ask yourself, why am I being attacked? Because you literally have purpose in this world that's going to change it. The enemy doesn't want you to change the world. And when I say enemy, I'm talking about fucking just monitoring spirits that you surround yourself with that you don't even know, because bitch, I'm clocking that shit lately. If you want an episode on that shit, we can get into the woo-woo. Okay, where my woo-woo bitches at? Leave it in the comments. So yeah, whether that's monitoring spirits, negative energy, negative entities, like shit that you don't even realize. Like, I was holding on to so much shit that I had in my motherfucking closet. Once I cleared that shit out of my closet, I'm telling you, the energy in this motherfucker like literally cleared the fuck up. Everything will come to you if your own house is in order. Okay, that is literally the rule of thumb. I want you to know, if you are going through the season of trial and tribulation, just know that there is a higher purpose for you. Your higher power, it fucking got your back so good that once you make it through this shit, you're going to see exactly why you had to go through that. Because one, it's giving you discernment. Two, it's giving you purpose. And three, it's just a journey of fucking life that you get to go through, and you get to share that. You get to carry that message. How beautiful is that? Shame when being vulnerable about things that you do go through. Again, I want to remind you, when you go and retell your story and you share that shit, it's going to touch at least one person. And that makes a difference, so that they can feel, hey, you know what? They actually went through that shit too. And they made it out, and they're smiling, and they're good. Like, be the inspiration. Be the person you wanted to be there for you when you were a kid. My higher power is so good. I can't even get into what happened, okay? But I just know it's just the beginning, because tomorrow is the first day of April. So I'm like, March was fucking amazing. I can't wait to see what this whole fucking year brings, bitch. The fact that we're going into the 4th month though, low-key scary. Also, my birthday is July 9th. So y'all bitches better get ready. If y'all want a vlog, I'm trying to figure out if I want to do my vlogs on here or on another page. Like, I don't want to do too much, but I want y'all to know who Lacey truly is without the mask. You know what I mean? Not that there's a mask on here, but like, I portrayed myself in so many different versions of myself, like on social media, whether that was me rapping, whether that was me doing my curly hair channel, like there were so many different versions of me. Like, I really want you guys to see who the fuck I am, because I am retiring the caterpillar. My wings are ready to fly. I'm a butterfly. Like, bitch, I'm not playing with y'all. And you're gonna see it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in again. I'm Lacey West, your motherfucking host. Make sure you're following me. Make sure you're subscribed to me. All links to the TikTok and Instagram will be in the bio. Make sure you do that. Comment a Saturn emoji if you stay till the end of this video. Stay blessed. Remember, you are that bitch. Okay? Love you guys.